Hello, Pisces. Welcome and welcome back to Pisces Network, you guys. This is your daily reading for Sunday, January 28th. I hope that you guys are having a positive weekend, okay? Anything you need to know is in the description box below. I really appreciate all of you for being here. And I want you to know that whatever you're going through will be resolved. You just have to stay positive. Whatever you desire in this world, whatever it is that you want, as long as it's in proper alignment with good intentions and with spirit, they will allow you to have what it is that you want. I also want you to know that your hard work is paying off, even though it may not seem that way, or you may feel like you're going through some type of struggles. Your hard work is paying off, okay? So be sure to subscribe, like the video. All right, if you want to book a personal, that website is below. Go ahead and book it if that's what you feel like you need to do. But other than that, we are going to get into this reading. So focus on your intentions and focus on whatever it is that you've been feeling you need answers on before you pick the cards. You can pause the video if you feel like you need to. You may I was about to say resignate. Some of you may be resigning from a position or pulling yourself out of something. Okay, but you may resonate with more than one pile. Feel free to listen to the full message because there will be a collective at the end, okay? And if you can't pick what pile you want, focus your mind on what it is that you want to know, and then close your eyes, and whichever number comes to mind first, either 1, 2, or 3, choose that pile, okay? So pile number 1, your oracle card, is homeless. So somebody may be homeless. You may be concerned about being homeless. This could also be isolation or like abandonment, feeling left out, okay? Let's see, what's the tarot? I knew this card, you know what? That's crazy because I knew this card was going to come out. I knew it was going to be the Page of Pentacles. Like, whichever deck I used, the Page of Pentacles was going to come out. And for whatever reason, it's like Spirit made me pick the deck based on the Page of Pentacles. Now, this is just a regular, like, Rider-Waite variation. But there's definitely something that you're about to see, pile 1. It's like there's proof that you're about to see of something. I feel like you guys are starting fresh. You're starting on this journey of like, I feel new beginnings, but it's more than that. It's like you're picking up this pinnacle. You're seizing an opportunity. And I feel like you're starting completely from scratch with whatever you're doing. I also feel like you guys could have situations and people that are being cleared out of your life because you have to remove them in order to go to the next phase of your journey, of your life cycle. Someone could be apologizing as well. Some of you could be coming into some money. I feel like this is possibly a small amount, but I feel like it's something that you can put away and save. Or it's like the beginning of something. This Page of Pentacles is like you're starting something that's going to take you out of whatever situation that you're currently in. Whether it's literal homelessness or like a feeling of being abandoned or left out. Some of you guys are figuring out why you feel abandoned or why you may be distant from people. And I feel like it's because you're starting something that's going to turn out very big, okay? The Oracle card says a time for healing, balsamic moon. So this is basically Spirit's way of letting you know that all of the work that you're doing to heal right now and all the ways that you may have isolated yourself either purposefully or because that's just what was meant to happen, it's helping you heal from whatever's going on in your life. I feel like you're being separated from everyone and everything so that you can go within and kind of like realize why there's been certain things that have happened. Yeah. There could be someone who is homeless around you. This person could be, I don't know, possibly needing your help. You may be donating to homeless people as well. Like you may see a homeless person on the side of the road and you're giving back. I just feel like there's many different ways where you're changing the way that you look at the world, or you're changing how you do things. And I feel like you're becoming more optimistic. But yeah. Somebody may even be asking for your help if they are homeless, but I just feel like you're wanting to be more optimistic, okay? So pile 2, if you chose pile 2, your Oracle card, karmic spying. Ew. So somebody's trying to figure out what you got going on, but they can't. It's like the glass is frosted. They can't see what you have going on behind closed doors. I really feel like you have done a lot to create boundaries with people, to create privacy with people, and they're really trying to see what you're doing, okay? Ooh, the 9 of Swords. Oh, sorry, pile 1. You could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, okay? Pile 2, this may be a Gemini. Now, some of you could be worried about people spying on you. Some of you could be concerned about, you know, maybe people from your past or people who have negative intentions towards you, like spying on you or figuring out things about you, finding out secrets. I mean, I would make peace with whatever things that you feel like are secrets. I would make peace with whatever you feel could possibly be detrimental for you in the future, okay? But this, I feel, is something that you really shouldn't be worried about, because the more that you dwell on it, the more it's going to happen. I also feel that someone is having problems sleeping. I don't know if it's actually a Gemini. It could be, but it also could be anyone. They may be having trouble sleeping because they don't know what you're thinking, or they don't know what's going on in your head. And they want to come forward towards you and ask why you're doing what you're doing, or they want to ask you what's been going on. But I feel like they're too afraid. Okay, this could also be you feeling afraid to pursue some type of goal because you're worried about people trying to like break down your boundaries, or you're worried about people finding things out about you that you don't want them to know. But I'm just going to say all that's going to do is hold you back from whatever it is that you want, if that's the way you're seeing it. Because I don't think you actually have to worry about this as much as you think you do, okay? Then your oracle says, step out of your comfort zone. That's what this is too. This is that security blanket. You got a security blanket. And this is your North Node. So something about your North Node needs to be researched. You may want to find out like what your North Node placement means in your life and how it could be affected right now. You could just look it up. Like if your North Node is in Aries or whatever, you could see how is my North Node being affected by what's currently going on astrologically. Like, because you're in a comfort zone and Spirit really wants you to break out of it. They want you to do something that you've never done before so that you can have things that you never have had. And these are things that you've been asking for, things that you want, things that you know you can accomplish, but you're a little bit afraid to go for it. And they don't want you to do that, because then it's like you're going to miss out on a part of what you're meant to have, or a part of what you're meant to do for a reason that's not really I'm not going to say the reason isn't valid, but it's a reason that's not really relevant. It's irrelevant. The things that you've been doing, you can't do it anymore. The ways that you've been thinking, they're basically saying that if you want to succeed, you can't think that way anymore. I do feel like there is someone, because you could be following your North Node and you could be answering this call right now. There's definitely someone who's concerned about like how far you're going to take it or where you're going to end up. Excuse me. I don't know if this is like a parent or a friend or a spouse or someone else, but it feels like there's a person who's not being allowed into y'all's spaces, and they have an issue with it because, I mean, sneak peek, the Five of Wands is at the bottom for the tarot card. Okay. Now, just for pile one, you may be an unlikely recipient to some type of gift. I don't know what it is, but that's how they're making me describe it. But people see you as an unlikely recipient because you may be a person in society who people look down on. But you're going to get this gift because you're meant to be a sign, a confirmation, or proof, physical proof, like your body, your life, pile one, is meant to be physical proof to people that they should not underestimate the underdog. And you are going to be used to show people that the undesirables within society, quote unquote, are valuable as well. It's like every small piece of the universe is valuable. I got that for pile one. But for pile two, yeah, this is like a lot of you have people around you who are trying to possibly compete with you. And I feel like they're anxious because they see you getting ahead, pile two. And they're trying to figure out what you're doing. But what you need to make sure that you remember, if that's, well, what Spirit is recommending that you remember, okay, is that that has no relevance on the steps that you're taking right now. Okay, pile three. Ooh, bad habits, Lord. So either you have bad habits or somebody else has bad habits. You could be trying to overcome your bad habits. You could be trying to overcome some type of imbalance when it comes to the actions that you take. I feel like there's a lot of people on this card. It's like there could be a lot of people who are around you who have bad habits, or you're just seeing a lot of the bad habits within people. This could be a gift that you have to be able to pinpoint the toxic behaviors and traits of others. And that's because you may be doing some shadow work to pinpoint the toxic behaviors and traits within yourself. Okay. Ooh, Ace of Swords. Yeah, you see how a bad habit is affecting you and others. It's like you have this ability to group certain people together, but not in a discriminatory way, in an analytical way. So that you can see like why people do what they do. It's like you may be studying like philosophy. Not philosophy. I guess philosophy. You may be studying like ethics, morals, philosophy, human tendencies, all that type of stuff. This could be what you're in school for, or this could just be a gift that Spirit has given you, that you have the ability to see the good and the bad in people. And how people's negative traits or their negative habits may affect their positive traits or positive habits or the outcome that they have on their life. There's something about that. It's like you're analyzing a situation. You're analyzing people, but it's because you've analyzed yourself. It's like you can see where these bad habits stem from. Your advice card is your hard work is paying off. Okay. New moon in Capricorn. So whatever you're doing, I feel like you're getting a yes, or something is going in your favor with this Ace of Swords. Okay. And I feel like you have put in a lot of effort. You've made a lot of sacrifices, but you are one of the people who have focused on delayed gratification. And I feel like it's going to benefit you. You're cutting out bad habits and you're focusing on what it is that you need to do. Honestly. Somebody may confess to you some type of bad habits that they have. They may let you in on the truth about these bad habits. I also feel like if you've been working on fixing your bad habits, your hard work is paying off because you're starting to develop new routines. And I feel like you're actually seeing results in your mentality, in your thoughts, in how you speak, in the things that you may write in your journal. Like you're starting to notice a change in your perspective. I just heard it cuts both ways. So something cuts both ways. I don't know exactly what that means. I could speculate, but it cuts both ways. The sword cuts both ways. So it's like something is a double-edged sword for you guys, pile 3. And it's like you, I don't know if you're, it kind of feels like you're realizing that your bad habits not only affect yourself, but other people. And you're also realizing how other people's bad habits affect you. So I just feel like this is you doing a lot of self-reflection, okay? So when it comes to the collective message, image and reputation is at the bottom, and surprised, okay? So this is about how you're being viewed, how people view you, how you view others. Yeah. I definitely feel like you guys could be a part of a group that has been categorized possibly in a negative light. Like, okay, the way that people look at tarot readers, the majority of society, I don't know if it's a majority now, this is not fact checked, but a lot of people over time have viewed tarot readers in the more recent history as being like a leper. Okay, this is like the lepers of society. People view LGBTQ plus people as the lepers of society. Oh, they're weird. They're this. We have to stay away from them. Okay, people have viewed at some point or another independent women or feminine men or certain groups of people who practice certain religions or spiritual practices, or certain groups of people who, you know, decide to live their life a certain way. People from other countries view other people as like this or that. The lepers of society. People look at homeless people as the lepers of society, like they have some bad juju on them. That, oh, you better stay away from them because they're this or they're that. And then they insert whatever title that has been given to those types of people, and they take the humanity away from those people. And there's about to be a surprise or a shock that either you're personally going to have about these types of situations, or that other people are going to have about you if you are considered one of those demographics. There's a specific word that's similar to like demographic, but I can't think of it. But it's just a group that people are categorized in. And you may be a part of a group that's categorized very negatively because of what you believe, because of your spiritual practices, because of what you do, or because of your image and how you see yourself. See, people are scared of you. That's even true for Pisces. Like people who have the Pisces zodiac sign, they look at us like the lepers of the zodiac. Like people may not like other signs, but Pisces gets a majority of the flack, okay? We get a majority of the BS. We get a majority of the judgment and the scrutiny and the criticism. And I believe that there's a situation today where people are being shocked at the way that you actually are versus their perception of you, okay? So someone's perception of you could be about to change. Someone's perception of you may change for the better, or it could change for the worse, because whoever you're dealing with or whatever the situation is, people may not be able to get over their belief about you, okay? At the bottom of the tarot is the Five of Wands and then the Queen of Wands. Wow. See, I feel like you're overcoming some type of conflict. That's Six Wands. I feel like there's a confidence about you going into a situation that maybe is unfamiliar or that could possibly be a little dangerous. I don't know exactly what this is, but I feel like there's a group of people. This could even just be a conversation where many different people are offering their input into the conversation. And I feel like you're going in confidently expressing your opinion or your point. So I don't know exactly what this is, but I feel like you guys are definitely telling people how you feel, and you're pretty unapologetic about it because you know what you believe and you believe it wholeheartedly. And I feel like that puts you a step above the rest. That puts you like in a class above the rest. Not saying that you're above or beneath anyone. I feel like we're all equal based on how we carry ourselves, based on our intentions. If people who have good intentions try to project those good intentions out to the world, of course they're going to be a higher caliber than somebody who's out here spreading degeneracy. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. I'm not really sorry, okay? That's just the way it is. Because I feel, in my opinion, okay, that we should all try to spread positivity as much as possible. We should all have respect for each other. We should all have love for each other. And if we don't necessarily see eye to eye all the time, we should at least respect another person's opinion or their perspective and try to understand it so that there's not so much hostility around it. We should all be able to understand other people's beliefs and religious choices, because even if we don't want to practice it ourselves, we can still respect the love that that person feels about their spiritual practice. That's what I feel that this discussion is about. So you guys could be having a discussion with people about this, and folks are seeing you very differently than what they may have initially perceived you as. Your image and the way that you're looking or the way that you're speaking is being shifted. And I feel like it's positive. And I feel like some of you may be worried about speaking up or saying what it is that you have to say. But I feel like whatever you have to say is actually valid. And this is a part of what you're meant to be doing. Now, at the bottom of the Oracle deck, confidence is key to your success. New moon in Leo. Then we have you are good enough, full moon in Virgo. So what Spirit wants you to understand, what your advice is that whatever opinion that you have is valid. Your opinion is valid. Their opinion is valid. The guy next door's opinion is valid. Everybody's opinion is valid. But what we can't do when it comes to this evolution of our mentality is to try to necessarily force our opinion on other people as if they should adopt it as their own. They don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. We are all equally allowable to have the free will to believe and study and practice what we want. But then when we physically begin to impose our beliefs on others forcibly, or we try to create restrictions for others forcibly because they don't believe what we believe or agree with us, then that's when there comes a problem. So there is something that you have to say, or there's something you feel like you have to say, And you might be a little nervous about saying it, but I feel like if you overcome your fear, there's going to be a clarity that you receive and that a group of people around you hearing you speak about this will receive. And the more confident you are, the more successful you'll be at articulating your point. And the more that you believe that you have a valid opinion and that your opinion is worth being shared, or that your gifts and skills are worth being shared, the more successful you'll be in actually doing that positive projection out to the space, okay? I don't know what this is, but it's definitely your hard work is paying off. So let's get a time card. I know we're reading for the date of the 28th, but I like to use the time cards just to see for Pisces, what is an important time frame when it comes to these messages? Because it's kind of like what you do today will affect whatever this time frame is in November, okay? So there's something about November that's significant. You may remember what happens today in November once that time comes along. And that would be Scorpio season, right? Is Libra at the beginning of November? Wait, no, it's not. Yeah, I feel like that's Scorpio season. And then we have December, so Scorpio or Sagittarius season. And then January. So yeah, whatever. This is something that you're going to be doing consistently throughout this whole year from now until next January. Yep, from now until next January. And November, December, and January. November, December of 2024 and January of 2025. You're going to remember this day, or you're going to remember the significance of what took place when it comes to your expression on this day. Some of you are worried about expressing yourself because you're worried about like the backlash or how you may be viewed, how other people may look at you. But I don't know. For me personally, listen, I'm going to say what I'm going to say. I'm not trying to seem callous as if I don't care. But there's always going to be somebody who's offended or irritated by something that I say. And I sometimes am offended and irritated by what other people say. But you know what? One thing I've realized about myself is that when I get offended about what someone says, or if someone says something that, you know, it gives me a little twinge and I'm like, I don't know if I like that. It's because there's a part of their statement or there's a part of their position or opinion that triggers me. It triggers something within me that technically is an insecurity that I haven't completely fully dealt with. So instead of getting upset with the other person, I choose to dig into that trigger and figure out what part of that upset me. Where does that stem from in my life? And look really closely at what I have not dealt with that triggers that insecurity within me. And we can do that mutually. Like, you know, it's like, I'm not perfect. No one is. And if you are, I don't know why you're here on this earth if you're perfect, because that don't make any sense. But it's like we all have things that we have to review and assess, and then we have to decide what we want to take and what we don't want to take. What is true for us and what's not true for us. What belongs to us and what belongs to somebody else, okay? What else for Pisces when it comes to these messages? Harping, won't let go of the issue, dwelling on the past, need to release the anger. That's what I just said. I feel like we all need to do it. I need to do it too for certain situations, okay? I need to release some things that may have been, you know, rolling around and clattering around in my mind for too long. That's what we all need to do. Listen, I'm telling you, this year is about to shake everybody up and flip us all upside down, okay? We're about to all be in this hangman energy. So there could be a person here who may not want you to speak up. There could be a person here who may say, oh, well, who are you, Pisces, to have this opinion? Who are you to say this? And I'm me, bitch. That's who I am, okay? I'm me. And just like you can say what you want to say, I can say what I want to say too. And when I say it, I don't have the intention to hurt anybody, but this is my perspective. And whether or not you or anyone else agrees with it, that's my perspective. And you don't have to agree with it. You don't have to change yourself, but I still have the right to say what I feel like I need to say. Stability says, need a commitment, creating a safe space, focus on home and family. And then you have tangled. It's complicated, emotionally entwined, sorting out your feelings. Exactly. But that's what I say. It's all of this shit that we are untangling, this web, this knot, all of the things that we're untangling right now are very much so deeply embedded. And there's not going to be one simple solution for everything. Just like in medicine, I'm not a doctor, lawyer, or psychologist, but in medicine, sometimes there's one specific treatment is not going to work for everyone in the group. That's why they do case studies, because just because you have one particular medicine that works for 85% of the population, it doesn't mean that other 15% will have it work for them the same way. There's going to be different side effects. There's going to be different results. So it's like, that's why Spirit is asking us to focus within, because they want us to be able to understand from our own unique connection to Source, to God, to Spirit, to the Most High, to the universe, whatever you believe in. They want us to understand that connection for ourselves so that we understand, number one, our own individuality, but also number two, that other people are going to have that same energy in their own life. Okay, what else? What else? Ooh, 2 cards flipped out. Interesting. So this is heated. Explosive temper, blowing off some steam, too hot to handle. Yeah, somebody's upset. Somebody's angry at what you're saying. And then we have cocky. It's all about them. Struts for your attention. You are the real badass. So Pisces, okay. Now, what I will say is that I think that your opinion is very valid. Their opinion may be valid as well. But I feel that the way that they project their opinion could be negative. I mean, some of y'all may see me like that. That's fine. It doesn't mean I'm going to change myself just because you feel a way. And it's not to be mean. It's just like, why would I do? Would you do that? Would you change yourself because people feel a way about how you show up and about how you present yourself? Maybe if you felt like it was beneficial, maybe if you felt like it was valid, but you wouldn't do it if you felt like whatever you were doing, you had the right intentions. So why the fuck should I? I won't and don't and will not. But I do feel like whatever it is that you're saying, you know, presentation is everything for all of us. And we're not all going to get it right. I get it wrong sometimes. I'm cool with that. Listen, it's not that serious for me. But I do feel like whatever you're talking about or whatever you're saying to these people or this person, they're trying to like make you agree with them or make you believe with them or make you change whatever you're saying. And it's like the fact that you're not, they may get angry. So just be advised. Love abides, feelings still remain, rekindling passion, give it one more chance. And then we have cutting ties. There's no going back, better off alone, make a clean break. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody may want you to just hear me out. Hear me. That's what I heard. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. You may not want to hear this person out. You may not need to hear this person out. Because I feel like they want you to hear me out. They want to say, oh, hear me out. And they may be presenting it, I don't know. It's like they're presenting it in a way where they're being amicable, but there could be some type of sarcasm. I don't know. Listen, all I'm going to say is don't come over here trying to fuck with me. That's all I'm saying. I don't be fucking with nobody. I just be trying to help. And sometimes I can't help everybody. Sometimes I just, you know, I have opinions on things when, you know, sometimes y'all don't like the way I curse or y'all don't like what I say. Just don't come over here trying to fuck with me. Okay, that's all I'm saying. If you don't like what I'm saying, or you don't like how I'm presenting myself, or you have a problem with what I'm doing, please carry on your life elsewhere and let me be. Because I'm not trying to do that in your life necessarily. You give permission for me to read to you by watching and clicking on the video. Okay? So, I don't know what the hostility is about. Ooh, let me go on. What's the advice for Pisces? Say goodbye to your past and leave the baggage behind for good. That's what I said. We need it. It's a lot of shit we all need to let go. Your life is so special. Treat it with loving care. And stop ruminating over what you did or did not do. Let it go. Because I definitely have. I don't stick on it for long. Listen, that's why I be trying to give y'all a heads up. Listen, because if you don't like what someone says, and I'm not talking about just me, I'm talking about you too. If somebody doesn't like what you say, they have a choice not to listen. They have a choice to walk away. Kind of like that video that came out with those people in the UK. The man was playing the piano and the people of Asian descent came over, because I don't want to assume who they are. And they like started this whole thing because they didn't want to be filmed or whatever. And I get it. But it's like, if I was a person who didn't want to be filmed, I would just walk away. If I was a person who didn't want to be a part of a conversation, I would just leave it alone and walk away. If I was a person who didn't want to be in an environment, I would just leave and walk away. So that might be what you may need to do, depending on your situation and everything else I said. So I hope it helped you guys. Be sure to like the video. Be sure to subscribe. Y'all put a brain in the comments if it resonated. If you would like to book a reading, click the link below to get your personal. And if y'all would like to donate or contribute to the channel, please use the PayPal or Zelle information below. But most importantly, Pisces, because we're creating these safe spaces. Okay? Like the card said, we're creating safe spaces. Remember, this is our circle, booze. Bye.